Testing, testing. I want to see. Oh, recording. Hey, Capricorn. Or, let's get you a message for the sun sign up. That fell right out the middle. Not keeping it. For the sun sign of Capricorn. Oracle message. 3 tarot cards. We're going to use the Journey of Love Oracle. Protected by the Angel Aura Quartz. I don't know if you can see. I can't see. It has an iridescence to it. And the Gilded Tarot. Protected by Angel Aura Quartz and Jade. Yeah. Set you an Oracle card. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Anyway. I only see one face up. I'm going to keep that one. So I have Source Creator, God, the Sun to illuminate, and Saturn to enlighten. So elaborate on what messages we have for Capricorn. That one looks reversed. Okay. Okay. So, Saturn said 6, not 3. First half, Queen of Swords. Oh, light kind of bright there. Queen of Swords. 8 of Cups in reverse. 8 of Wands coming at you. And the additional 4 Swords. Page of Pentacles. The Fool. The Oracle card. Beauty. Okay. Here. You're not done yet. There's something that in the moment that you made the decision, you were very decisive. You were very clear. You had all the facts aligned. I'm done with this. It's serving me no purpose. There's nothing else left. And that was just a decision. That wasn't it. Spirit calls for you to make a decision. So then once you do make a decision, your actions following you. You act accordingly based on the decision that you made. All the thoughts and your I wouldn't even say planning, but everything is contingent on the decision that you made for yourself. So you start to act as if something is finite, something is completed, something is no longer an issue, no longer a source of contention, no longer a concern, and what have you. And you remove it as a possibility. When it recycles, and with 2 8s, 8 being like a lemniscate, the infinity symbol flipped. When it comes back around, but you've already deleted it as a possibility or disregarded it as a course of action or an opportunity or a person or a path to take, a avenue to explore. You just written it off. It's come back. It's coming back because it's not quite done with you for whatever reason. It was a premature cutoff, but you did gain discernment and the ability to make a firm decision, stand by it, um, not just from a logical perspective, but from an emotional one, emotional uh, intellect. When this card is upright, it's almost like it's still a little trepidation to actually physically walk, emotionally walk. There's still remnants of or things to things to take into consideration, past memories, years, things that have come of it. And it's in the reverse because it's as if you wanted to throw it away, completely away, because it's done. It's like, well, I don't want to keep any ties to this other than necessary. And there's correspondence coming in that is pointing you into the direction of something you've already reconciled and healed within the mind. It's it took you a minute to get to this point. And it isn't your element per se, but you're personifying the Queen of Swords, which is, you know, it's a mental endurance caused by emotional pain, if that makes sense. And here's a place that you can rest and you refer back to because this is something that helped build the endurance to bring up the Queen's energy. This is a starting point or a checkpoint. Like if you're playing a game and it saves at a certain checkpoint, if something happens, it'll bring you back to the checkpoint instead of the complete beginning. That's kind of what this is to me, like a checkpoint. And then we have this Page of Pentacles, which is a job offer or an offer of friendship. It's something physical. It would call for your involvement, your effort, your response. And I say response, you have the Eight of Wands. So it's something that is, you're being not solicited, but you're being asked to come out of this stasis for a second. Even though your mind was made up and you kind of you were dismissive towards whatever this was, you're being asked to consider doing it like you've never done it before. You have a process, you have a series of steps and the way that something should be conducted. And this past situation was not conducted to your liking, to your structure, um, to your quota at certain points. And you start to weigh up, what did this yield? What do I have to show at this late in the game? Is it worth, and you keep looking at every checkpoint, what's been accumulated, what's been built, what's been accomplished. And that was like not enough, not enough to sustain you. But I can get it. I can. Beauty. The beauty is And it kind of, oh, I have a card here, sidebar. Justin Copeland. This, if you see any art that is in this likeness, this is the artist, Justin Copeland. It matches the colors on the beauty card, and it just struck me. Justin Copeland. I don't know if you can see his information. Justin Copeland art. He's on Instagram and Facebook. I ordered my portraits. There's some dope ass portraits too. But anyway. Even if this is a reoccurring opportunity, person, situation, job, contract, friendship, you have the discernment and the emotional intelligence to reintroduce yourself to the situation as someone new. It's a new situation. So even though you have the emotional and the mental discernment and intelligence, you're not re-entering the same scenario. It's a whole nother playing field. It's a whole nother ball game. It's like, okay, basketball is coming to mind. Okay, thank you. Like if you're, say the Bulls, they played the, fucking know, I don't know, they played the Lakers for whatever reason, and they lose, or the Nuggets, they lose, and here comes another season, and they have to play the Nuggets again. They can come in with the same attitude and same energy and same expectation that they did when they played last time, but that's a part of the reason why they failed the first time, part of the reason why they lost the first time. They can't take the same strategy, they can't take the same attitude and the same energy because it will replicate and create a cycle of losses. Any resentments or anything that you're holding on to in a situation that comes back around, it looks the same, but it is not the same. It's a brand new opportunity to do it different. And that's the beauty of creation. Don't assume that just because you've seen this before, seen this person before, or um, applied for this job before, or worked here before, that when you go back into it, it will be the very same as it was last time. You're coming in as a new person with a new sense of identity. So you don't identify with the experience of the first time. Jordan coming back from his retirement trying to play ball was a different Jordan than the Jordan in 1995. You know, when he played with the Wizards. He was a completely different ball player after playing baseball and after playing golf and going all these different avenues. And I know it's lagging. Trying all these different avenues, and I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that, I'm gonna do this, it's different, you know, explore my options. Well, since I'm a sportsman, I'm gonna try these different sports and see how that works and see how that plays out. And he went back to something that he was revered very highly in, or very famous for, and he went in with different energy, and he didn't have to keep the same energy. He had nothing to prove by this point. He's co-owner of the team, so he's going to get paid regardless. That's kind of the attitude that I'm feeling for this. It's like, yeah, he had assurance when he was in it the first time, but coming back to it, he's traveled such across so many different avenues, so many across the board, that his success this time wasn't even contingent on how well he played. It was the fact that who he was as a person was just that valuable that he could dibble and dabble and do different things. And his capabilities, his outreach, his scope was so broad that it didn't matter if he wasn't the highest scorer in this game. Because guess what? I'm co-owner. So I get this check and this check. And those checks from those endorsements and these. I'm doing this for fun. So not everything was riding on when he started as a rookie, the way he hadn't built up anything yet, didn't have a legacy behind him. All that stuff came with time. All those championships came with time. When he started out as a rookie, though, he didn't have the discernment. He didn't have all the stats to back up his skills and everything. Those were accumulated over time. So when he decided to leave it, he got further confirmation that this was something he needed to revisit. After taking a break, the opportunity came in, and he came in as a new player, new number, with the legacy of what he's capable of. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. GOAT. Fucking rings. Saturn came through for y'all. Y'all reading is long. 16 minutes. Alright, Capricorn. I'll see y'all again. That was great. I like that.